What up, y'all? Conscious One coming at you. Hope everybody having a good Friday night. Well, it's cold here in Chi-Town. It's going to be getting colder soon. And I got to decide what I'm going to do. I actually just found out the hotel suites that I stay in, I can actually get a suite. Actually, I don't need a suite. I just need a room, like the one I've been dealing with. I can get that for like $1,500 a month. So I was talking to a friend of mine today, and again, you have to remind people that they are not customers when they rent an apartment. So here I have a chance to rent a suite, right? Or excuse me, a mini apartment in a hotel with all amenities for $1,500 a month. And once again, we're talking about, let me just go over this again. We're talking about a low gym room, a business center, breakfast in the morning, coffee, they got everything, refrigerator, coffee in your room, ironing board, laundry facilities, covered parking, and even gives you a free shuttle to the airport if you need to go to the airport for some reason. So you got all these amenities, and I can stay in this hotel slash suite for $1,600 a month. So why would I go sign a leash to pay $1,500 to $1,600 a month when I don't get none of it? Does that make any sense? And of course, I'm talking about single people. See, single people, this is what single people need to do. If you got children, we get it. You can't do that. So I'm just talking to single folks out there. Why would you want to stay in an apartment, $1,500, $1,600 that's unfurnished? You're not going to have a business center. You're not going to have a gym, not for no $1,500, $1,600. You're not going to have no secure parking. You're going to be surrounded by all this fuckery. And you're going to be surrounded by people who cannot mind their business. Because there's one thing I realized, and I realized this from being in New York, is that there are people, their job is to watch you doing your job. They are busy watching you being busy doing your job. That's how I know that demons manifest themselves in the form of humans, and that's why they got us all bunched up and all. And I don't care if you're in a house, apartment, it really don't matter. If you're in a house, you're still right next to somebody. You have no privacy. I understand that why they do this. They do this on a purpose so that the demons can jump from body to body. So when you talk about the watchers, the watchers are these people. You move into an apartment building. Let me tell you something, man. You move into an apartment building, and let's say the first day, you might go take out the garbage. It might only take you like 25 seconds to run outside, take out the garbage, and come back in. It might be 2:30 in the morning. You be thinking nobody saw you. Somebody saw you. And everybody, pretty much half the building probably knows somebody new moved in just by you going out and taking out the garbage for 25 seconds. Now you tell me that ain't no demonic. That's a demonic type of way of living. When you always got some demon and some person watching you. I remember in New York, y'all, I'd be out there, it'd be like 3 in the morning, right? It didn't matter if it was cold, it didn't matter what the temperature was outside. 3 in the morning, it seemed like nobody was watching me. Soon as I whip it out and I'm trying to take a piss somewhere in the dark, I'll look at 3 o'clock, nobody there. Look at 6 o'clock, nobody there. Then I look at 9 o'clock, it'd be somebody looking dead at me. For some second, there's no privacy whatsoever. They got us all like this because these demons are in these people, and they're the ones who watch you. That's who the watchers are. It's these demons that manifest in these physical bodies. I don't want to hear nothing about no spooks anymore, no ghosts. Nah, these devils manifest themselves in these people out here, man. But just getting back to what I was saying, so I'm paid $1,500, $1,600, right, and have all this stuff, and don't have to sign a leash. And you mean tell me I would rather go stay with a bunch of demons, a bunch of reprobates in some neighborhood? And like I say, it don't matter if you're in the hood or the suburbs. It don't matter. You'll still get your Amazon packages stolen even in the suburbs. You'll still get your car tampered with even in the suburbs. Somebody will still be watching you that don't have nothing to do, don't have no job, don't even work 8% of what you're doing on a daily basis. Their job is to watch you. They're the watchers. That's their job. Now I finally get it. But anyway, y'all, I just made $27 in 30 minutes, and I can honestly say I'm finally learning how to work smart instead of harder. Well, I mean, obviously, I can do that in a place like Chicago where you have a 50, 60 mile radius of every gig red lit up in red. So I'm able to test out a whole bunch of different markets all around the Chicagoland area. Now last night I went to Chicago, I went to the city, and I made some money quick, y'all. I mean quick. Okay, I made money quick. I tested out the suburbs, but what happened with the suburbs, it slows down. Suburbs is more like a seasonal type thing, like when people, it's sunny outside, but you got to be in the city to make consistently $200 a day. I may start off my day in the suburbs just to get, sometimes you just want to start off, in a good mood. You don't always want to feel rushed every goddamn day you wake up. So, like today I start out in the suburbs, and then I'll end up in the city by the time all the cars are off the streets. And then that's when the money start coming hand over fist. But yeah, I'm learning how to work smarter and not harder. And once again, you can only do that in a market that is as busy as Chicago. Then you can finally do that. I couldn't do that in New York. There wasn't that many places to go in New York. You was either gonna be in Brooklyn, you was either gonna be in Queens, and that was really it. You weren't gonna be nowhere else. You weren't gonna be in Manhattan unless you want to end up being directed, which they do on purpose. They make you go through a toll, $10 to go through a tollway in New York, $10 mail sent to you in the mail. It's disgusting how they rob the people in New York. And they don't have nothing to do with no paying for taxes or paying for bridges to repair the bridges. When these people, I read, they're collecting billions of dollars off these people going through these tolls in New York. You cannot tell me. That's why people be covering up their license plates illegally, because they sick of being robbed and taken advantage of. Here in Chicago, the tollways, most of them are like 40 cents. Some of them $3, but it's only like one or two of them that's $3. But $10 just to go through a borough in New York, you gotta be out your goddamn mind, man. That's robbery. That's robbery. And it's funny how the people who live in the state adapt the same nature of the state, whether they know it or not. So if the state is scum, most of the people living there are gonna be scum, because they're gonna adapt to what exactly that place is. You see. That's another thing I learned. But yeah, y'all, I think I didn't say what I wanted to say. I'm on my way. I'm headed to Chipotle because I like them juices that they got. What they got, the berry fresca, and then they got this one called mandarin that tastes like Hi-C, but it got the carotum. I forget if I'm saying it right. Carotum and turmeric in it. It's like this orange taste, just like Hi-C. And I drank some of that stuff yesterday, y'all, and I'm telling you, it's some health. Yeah, them juices Chipotle got now, it's some health stuff going on with that stuff. Them organic juices. They got a watermelon limeade too, but I like that mandarin fresca, and it's a berry one or something like that. But that's what I'm on my way to do right now. But yeah, just making $27 in 30 minutes, and now probably gonna go chill again in some parking lot somewhere and drink my little mandarin orange from Chipotle. I probably won't get them sliders until around midnight. I see they talking about they brought the 1921 slider. I might get one of those, see what that tastes like. But other than that, yeah, they the watchers, man. You got people watching you. That's why they got us all close. That's you go back to the Denzel Washington movie, Fallen. The demons, they have to have you all close to people so demons can be bouncing from one body to another. That's the way they can keep track of you. You see. That's why they got everybody bunched up in these cities, so the demons can keep track of everybody and jump from body to body. But anyway, I done said enough, y'all. Time for me to get down with some of this mandarin flavored Hi-C with turmeric. I call it the healthy Hi-C that Chipotle got now. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.